How do you like your eggs? I like mine beaten. And today, I'll give you some tips on defeating Dr. Eggman's most diabolical inventions in Sonic the Hedgehog 2. And then, I'll open up a Sega Genesis Model 2, and we'll find out what a glass processor really looks like. Then we'll take a trip to Dalhousie New Brunswick, and I'll deliver a Nintendo Entertainment System. And you can run and tell that, homeboy, this week on the Retrologist. Earlier this week, a buddy came to me with a problem. He was having a hard time to beat Sonic the Hedgehog 2. Well, here's some pro tips on how to beat the 4 hardest bosses in Sonic 2.
Alright, here's some tips for dealing with the Eggman at the end of the Casino Night Zone. What you're going to want to do is use Sonic's Spin Dash to zoom up the wall, and then use the wall as a springboard to jump up and slam into the Eggman. As long as you avoid the spiky bombs, all you have to do is repeat until his defeat. The most important thing to remember when trying to face off against this laser boss at the end of the Winged Fortress stage is to keep moving and to keep out of its range. As long as you keep out of its range and hit it as fast as possible, I see that you would have no problem in defeating this boss. Metal Sonic may seem intimidating, but he's really quite easy. First, he'll spin dash. Second, he'll rocket dash. And then third, he'll jump. As long as you avoid these 3 moves and follow his pattern, he's an easy boss to defeat. Great. You finally made it to the final boss in Sonic the Hedgehog 2, but you have 0 rings. What I think you should do is go to one edge of the screen. Whenever he jumps up, he'll land right there. Then, immediately run to the other edge of the screen to dodge his fast attacks with his flying fists. Then, when he walks across the screen, simply avoid his spiky hands and fists, and hit his torso. Repeat the pattern, and Dr. Robotnik is no more. The Eggman has been cracked and fried.
I always buy Persuasi, and I don't mind telling you why. Flavor's the reason, flavor above all. I find Persuasi's taste so much better than other proteins, better than wine, for which I pay twice as much. So when you choose Persuasi's, you'll agree. Persuasi brings you fine protein.
Here's a quick guide on disassembling the Sega Genesis Model 2. Okay, the first thing you're going to want to do with that Sega Model 2 is turn it over, and then locate the 4 screws on the bottom and unscrew them with a Phillips head screwdriver. Okay, now you can remove the top. And now you're gonna have to remove 10 more screws from the shield. I'll do that, and you can watch me beat Dr. Eggman. Okay, it's time for me to go and do some deliveries. So, today, our travels are going to take us to Dalhousie, New Brunswick to deliver a refurbished Nintendo Entertainment System to a fan of the show, and one of the retro modern gamers from YouTube. Alright, here's your NES, and your controller, AC adapter, other cords I threw in here, yeah. Alright boys, just keep on laughing.
This week's winner of an NES black box style portrait is Adam Stafford from the United States. Thanks Adam for all your comments and questions. If you'd like to have a chance at winning your own NES black box style portrait, all you have to do is answer one of my weekly questions. And this week's question is, who is your favorite video game villain? Now all you have to do is answer that question in the comment box below, and you'll be entered to win next week's black box portrait.